Congratulations. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. I think Dr. Seuss did a pretty good job at capturing the spirit of graduation, but what he couldn't do was capture the spirit of Colonie. For that reason, I decided to rewrite his famous poem to fit the occasion. You were once itty-bitty in first day of school clothes, but look at you now, in your caps and your robes. You've grown bigger and taller, but the very best part is you'll never stop growing. This is only the start. Oh, the places you'll go. Oh, the places you'll go. Oh, the things that you'll see. Yes, this world is much bigger than South Colonie. This diploma's your ticket, hard work was the price, for a one-way adventure called the rest of your life. But before you take off, take a moment or 10 to think about all the great places you've been. Elementary school might be hard to recall. It's hard to believe we were all once that small. But there once was a time when the peak of your day was going outside during recess to play. And time in the classroom was always used well. You were taught how to count and to read and to spell. When school days got longer and problems got harder, you barely noticed since you'd gotten smarter. You wouldn't admit it, but you were afraid to go to the middle school and enter 5th grade. You quickly found out you had nothing to fear, and 5th grade was actually quite a good year. Your 6th grade achievements were also quite big. You survived nature's classroom, dissected a pig. And next year the dances were different than normal, so you wore fancy clothes to your first winter formal. And who can forget the trip down to DC? It was a blast, and I think you'd agree that it's crazy how quickly those 4 short years passed, and when fall rolled around, you were freshmen at last. I know you remember those first high school days. The school was so big, the hall felt like a maze. You sat next to the kids that you already knew, since half of your classmates were strangers to you. But soon those strange faces weren't strange anymore, and you learned that there was no pool on the 3rd floor. That first year was crazy, but you all survived. In the blink of an eye, sophomore year had arrived. You learned how to drive once you got your permit. Growing up had some perks, but I have to admit that you still had a whole lot of growing to do. High school takes 4 years, it was only year 2. But time sure flies fast, and soon it was September. 11th was really a grade to remember. You ate in West Wing, and you juniors would laugh at the poor underclassmen still stuck in main cap. When spring rolled around, there was plenty to do. You went to your prom and took SATs too. And then the time came for your very last year before you go to college or start a career. You went all out for homecoming, Spirit Week too. On class color day, you all dressed up in blue, because no class has spirit quite like you 12th graders. You're the best of the Colonie Raiders. You had breakfast and picnic, those both sure were fun. It's hard to believe you were practically done. You took all your finals, gym was the last. And since you're all here, I assume you all passed. Now it's your big day. Yes, it's quite bittersweet. For your time in this district is finally complete. From the very beginning to where you're today, it's been a fun journey. You've come a long way. I know that it's hard, but you'll have to refrain from spending too much time on memory lane. Because it's hard to move forward if you're looking back. It's time to head onward, so get back on track. It might be confusing, sometimes you'll be scared, but you're smart and you're strong and you're more than prepared to take the next step, and then a few more. Your adventure begins when you walk out the door. Now it won't be easy, that's not how life works. You'll meet downers and whiners and bullies and jerks, but don't let them stop you, you've got places to go. Negativity's simply a bump in the road. At times you may stumble, but nevertheless, on the wings of your dreams you will soar to success. You'll all do great things, and I know this is true, because you're Colonie Raiders, and that's what we do. You'll be jump for joy jumpers and leap of faith leapers, risky risk takers and tears of joy weepers. You'll be uncles and aunts, you'll be fathers and mothers, you'll be shoulders to cry on and helpers of others. Grads, you'll move mountains. So, be you a scholar or a cutter of hair, or a whole wide world traveler or a giver of care. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your future is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, class of 2014.
Yay, Tay!
You worked hard to get here, and I know you're all off to do great things. But oh, wherever you may go, never forget where you started.